So we're back here to corn. We got finished with soybeans yesterday, and now we're knocking out a few check strips from when we did our earlage. It's down corn, so I'm picking up the combine now. But I gotta switch all my settings back from soybeans to corn. Got my handy little cheat sheet here. So this takes a little bit. Just kick the feet up and give it some time. Here's today's activity. Putting 2 new tires in the combine. The last guy didn't run stock stoppers, so there's just about a puncture hole every lug. You gotta take the duals off together, get at that inside tire. So I got 1 new tire on so far. I'm working on the other side. Tire guys are all leaving. You got 2 new expensive tires. Hopefully that lasts along the machine. Machine's 11 years old, and the tires are, well, they're 12 years old, but they were probably sitting for a year before they got put on the machine when it was new. So it should last the rest of our lifetime, especially with this machine. Now I gotta adjust my faceplate backwards so my angle isn't as steep for my gathering chains, because I'm losing, or I got stalks at cobs that are all building up above my gathering chains. They just plug up on the row. This will be a little smoke show. Well, we made 2 rounds, and my dad was riding with me and heard a little something knocking around a little bit when we'd be running empty. So he ran it. I went out there and checked, and I guess whatever runs your sieve table to keep those all shaking, what drives them nut bearings out. So we get home and fix that now. Maybe get combine today yet. Well, it's several hours later here. We had a long day of fixing stuff and changing tires. We ended up putting 2 new tires on the inside of the combine this morning. We were to the point that we were pumping 1 up every single day. And the last guy who used to have this combine didn't run stock stompers, so between every single lug, after 10 years, trying to find my row here, after 10 years of combining corn and stuff, the stalks had punched up between the lugs enough that it was all the way to the beads between every single lug. It was just starting to leak. Even at 2 or 3 psi in the tire, it was really easy to find the leak. So it was a good sized leak. This definitely ain't going to be our best corn of the year. This is usually a pretty good field, but we do have some shallow dirt, the bedrock. So with our dry year, we picked a very defensive variety of a corn here. So we knew we'd miss out on the top end yield, but if we went dry like we did, we knew we wouldn't get completely hurt. So kind of playing a little bit safe, we knew it'd be dry. Like 2 years ago, this field was average like 196, and now I'm probably 175. It's all the cards you're dealt with. My dad's got the dryer running, so we know we're not gonna be able to pick enough corn to get the wet bin full that the dryer runs all night. So we're just gonna go as late as we can, and then we'll shut the dryer off tonight, start it up first thing in the morning, and then by that time we'll start once the bin's almost empty, and then we should be able to run all day tomorrow. Get get this field done, maybe move out east. Typically, most people would just turn around and head right back and keep going back and forth from one side of the field to the other. But having wagons take up a third of my in-rows, it's pretty hard to get this big old hog turned around into the field. So I'll do a breakthrough. I'll break through once, and I gotta come back over here because I can't go down the field and come back and dump on them because my auger's too long. So now I did a breakthrough right up over here. Now I'll head back there and I'll keep hollowing out this strip here. My way back here, and I'll be coming back on that pass. Now there'll be room for him in between us to dump. That area was a little too wet to plant this spring, so my grandpa came back in with his 2-row corn planter and patched it in. Didn't come up the best, but at least it was something to keep weeds down. We're done with these long rows. We got a waterway here in between that cuts off 15 acres in the back. Try and get these long rows done here at least tonight. Oh, nobody saw that. For the years, an area that was close to bedrock just ran out of moisture. Even this year's not the best. Granted, that is lag behind about 100 feet. So that's not instantaneous yield. This 2-row corn planter my grandpa planted this with is actually like a 26-inch corn planter. So it don't quite work the best. Oh yeah, it crossed over the waterway here to a small 15-acre piece. It's kind of strange. Those 4 rows are all over the place. But I can't complain about that for yield, I suppose. Some good looking corn back here. Maybe it was because I mudded it in. And here's where I got just a little bit too wet for my liking. So I just lifted it up and kept going right through. Just a few short rows left here. And we are full. Oh, I know. At least I didn't hear any dinking off the cab yet. Always a good sign. Avoid cab corn for another day, I suppose. We'll just wait until we move out east to where we get really good corn, and then I'll probably end up with some. So as this year compares to last year, 1 year ago today we had 250 acres of soybeans left. Because it was our first day with the Draper hen. A little bit of down corn back here. just about the end of this field. A little back piece here, I got 2 or 3 more rounds left. Sure is pretty good corn back here, considering how wet it was this spring when I had tried mudding this in. Well, that'll be a wrap for tonight. Bring everything home. So I kind of need fuel in the morning. I'm not sure if we're going out east or we're starting another field around home here. So, until next time, enjoy. God bless. Well, that's a wrap on tonight. Gotta be careful we don't touch augers now. That'd be awkward.